point.
Well, welcome, friends. My name's Tom Arthur. I'm the pastor here at Sycamore Creek Church and our new Eastwood campus, and also the Performing Arts Center Stage 1. We are so glad that you have come out to join us to celebrate the opening of this new arts hub, unlike anything that has been seen elsewhere in the Lansing region. There's some thanks I have to do here before we get to the remarks. And this is like one of those exercises of who are you going to forget as you thank, because I look out and I really could thank every single one of you. I want to start with Chris Weir from Studio Intrigue, who is the architect that helped us imagine and design this. I want to thank RC Contractors, Chris and Julian especially. Julian is a superintendent and he was here pretty much every day with his crew. So grateful for all the work that your team did, Julian. We couldn't have done this without you. I want to thank Addis Enterprises and John Addis and his team who have helped us get the word out today and gotten you all here and helped us think about how we describe ourselves to the community. And that's where we've gotten the We Hit Different and the different ways that we hit different as a church. And I really do think that we hit really different than your average church. Let's see, who else do I need to thank? I'm thankful for the people of Asbury United Methodist Church who had the courage to come to Sycamore Creek and to ask, would you be willing to adopt us as a church? And we said we would, but we were going to shut it down for a year and we were going to remodel it as a performing arts center, as well as an incubator kitchen, because there was a licensed kitchen here as well. So we're grateful for the people of Asbury United Methodist Church. And of course, the people of Sycamore Creek who are willing to bring in a new pastor to let me leave another campus and to help us launch this new thing. Many of them have come with me to help me do this. Grateful for the community and all the different ways that you have supported us. Now, I've been asked, it seems like an odd connection to do a performing arts center. I mean, a performing arts center seems obvious, right? When you think about a church, most churches could do this. They really just use their big auditorium space on Sunday morning, and then it just sits empty. And here at Stage 1, our auditorium space will be used more by the community than it will be by the church. So that seems an obvious thing. Why pair an incubator kitchen with it? Well, most churches revolve a lot around food. And when we inherited this building, it came with a licensed kitchen. And I knew a baker, Honey Bun Baker, Bakery, Liz Kruger, and Sarge, and said, hey, we're getting this church. It's got a licensed kitchen. Would you be interested in using it? And Liz said, yeah, we would like to use it. And Liz has been able to triple her business in the time that she's been using the kitchen. We're really excited as well to welcome Kalia Washington and Sweet Lee's Teas. And we're going to have them come up in a little bit and help us with this ribbon cutting. Kalia does herbal and fruit teas, and you'll get the chance to taste both of those up in the cafe. But the more that I thought about it, when you think about an incubator kitchen, you kind of have an idea of what that is like. We've got under this one roof, it's kind of like we have a little piece of the Allen Center, and I see representatives from the Allen Center here today, a little piece with their incubator kitchens, a little piece of Riverwalk Theater, and a little piece of church all under one roof. But that word incubator, I think, is really helpful. You can think about we're as a church trying to incubate businesses. And that's where this came in with the chamber that I started to network with the business community, because we as a church, you've heard that old proverb that if you give somebody a fish, you feed them for a day. If you teach them to fish, then you feed them for a lifetime. But if you open up a community kitchen and start businesses, you feed a whole community. You feed a whole community. So we are incubating businesses with the assets that Sycamore Creek has. We also are incubating the arts and providing 100 to 200 seat affordable community theater space that didn't exist in the Lansing region up until this. And I had some sense of that need, but as we started to open the building, it's like we've turned on the fire hose, and now there's just so many groups that want to use this space. And so we are incubating the arts. We're incubating business. We're incubating the arts. And we are also incubating faith. And so if you're at a place where you kind of like, what is this whole faith thing about? This is a safe place to come and to explore that. We are a church that is fully involved in racial equity work. That's one way we hit different. We are completely affirming of LGBTQIA community. That's another way we hit different. And we also are a church that platforms artists and entrepreneurs. You've heard enough from the pastor. Pastors have a habit of talking too long. I'm going to hand it over to the artists now behind me, who are really the heart and the soul of what Stage One and Sycamore Creek Eastwood's campus is all about.
Thank you, Tom. My name is Chad Swan Badgerow. I'm the artistic director for Peppermint Creek Theater Company. Whenever I start rehearsals for a new show, I always sort of assume that the actors I'm working with don't know who I am, and I try to give them a sort of a little sense about who I am as a director. And so I'll start that way today and say that I am a person who has worked in the arts and been in the arts, involved in the arts my whole life. And I'm someone who believes that the arts can do many things, can be a force for positive change in the world, can be an economic development driver, can be a force for positive change and for us to discuss social justice issues. And so I want to start with that's who I am generally. Our mission at Peppermint Creek now is the same as it was 28 years ago when I first started the theater company, which is to address current issues and create dialogue for our audiences. And I think ultimately that's what roots everything that we do and what is really exciting about the way that we align with Sycamore Creek and this venture. But a theater company or any artistic venture it only happens if people say yes to the work you're trying to do. And so that for us started with my parents and my family saying yes to the endeavor of theater in my life and in this community, to the casts and crews over 28 years who have volunteered their time to make the theater at Peppermint Creek come to life in this community, and to patrons and donors who attend shows and prove that they want to engage in our mission and in the work of theater and the arts. And it also, lastly, requires venues to say yes as well. We have been itinerant largely as a theater company for 28 years, and 28 years is what gets me choked up, that we're still here, and audiences and patrons and the community are saying yes to our mission. But until Stage One, we have not had a venue that has consistently said yes to that work and to supporting arts and culture, and especially local smaller groups that may be restricted by their financial budget, but still want to be producing great work for the community that is necessary. And so that is no small feat. That Sycamore Creek has said yes to this and been brave enough to invite us into that process of seeing if that can work. And I'm really, really thrilled to be part of that. Their belief in our mission means that we can continue to bring our mission to the community and hopefully then do all of those things I started with, to create a place for joy, to create a place for tricky conversations, to create a place that makes Lansing more economically vibrant, and we can continue to be having these types of dialogues and conversations. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to Sycamore Creek for believing in this venture and in us and involving us in this journey. I'm humbled beyond measure. So I'd like to next welcome up Jeff Croft from Ixion Theater.
Well, thank you, Chad. As Chad said, I'm the artistic director for Ixion Theater Ensemble. It's been my privilege and also challenge to not quite reach 28 years, but to join Chad in trying to put theater on throughout Lansing for about 20 years or so. Oh, 23, closer than I thought. Oh my. But with Ixion, one of our mission statement has been to build communities by telling stories. So first off, Tom, keep talking as long as you'd like and tell stories about how great this community can be. So thank you so much for seeing that and also creating a space that we can all build a community together to not only tell the stories that are comfortable, but tell the stories that challenge us, that ask us to take a look inside and see if they're the kind of people, kind of community we want to be. Because theater is not about always just being distracted. There's certainly a place for that. There's certainly a place for the joy, for the magic that theater gives you. But theater thrives, and I think the community thrives when we go and take a look at a story that makes us stop, take a breath, and maybe realign what we were doing. And the alignment of Sycamore Creek with the community, telling stories and building something new, is so exciting. It's so much a part of why I think theater can be vibrant, but also I think why our community can be vibrant. I look forward to finding out what this journey becomes. And I'm so grateful that Chad and Tom gave me the invitation to step up and do it. So I'm going to stop babbling now. And Anna Maria is going to be far more eloquent. If you'd like to join me in welcoming Anna Maria Horn.
Good afternoon. I don't know about eloquent because I'm the only one in heels in this grass. But okay. But my name is Anna Maria Horn, and I have the wonderful opportunity of being the owner and operator of Hope Central Urban Arts, where we teach the performing and technical arts in after-school programs. I cannot brag enough about Sycamore Creek Church because not only did they invite me in to eat from their table, they have now given me a seat at the table. And what that means for me is that the students that I serve in the greater Lansing area, where I go, they go. And so this is a space and a place for our children and our youth to be great. And any organization that's going to live, that's going to survive, it has to have that young and youth component to it. And I am excited that Sycamore Creek has found value in Hope Central and what we do and in our children and youth. And we can't wait to turn them loose on this stage. And so I would even say too, to those artists who are out there, if you are a singer, songwriter, dancer, that space is available for you too. I'm talking about CD release parties and concerts, all of that. That space is available for the arts community. So we welcome you all. We are excited, and the best is yet to come.
All right, you all are here because this is a ribbon cutting, and so Marcy from the Chamber of Commerce has got the official scissors. Don't run with those, Marcy. Okay. We're grateful for Mayor Shore to be here. Actually, I didn't see you out there. Thank you for coming. Why don't you come on up here, Mayor, and we'll give you the microphone just for a minute. You honor us with your presence, and we'd like to have you up here for the ribbon cutting as well.
I'm between you and a ribbon cutting, so I'll be real quick. I just want to congratulate and thank everybody here. I'm sitting there listening to the speeches and thinking this is what we're all about, right? We're all about community here in Lansing. We're all about vibrancy. We're about performing arts. We're about making sure that everybody has opportunity, and that's what this is. I'm really excited. We have made kind of arts a priority so that people can express themselves in a variety of ways. And here we have so many people that do that. We have a performing arts center, a space right here where we can see our shows. And we have a church that is welcoming everybody, is bringing everybody in, has been doing it for so many years. So these are the things that make me smile when I get to walk around and I get to know that we are this kind of community. I talk about it a lot, but there are those who are community believers who actually are able to do that work. And I stand here with those who are doing that work. So I thank you all for the performances you put on and for the things you do for our kids and our community. And I thank everybody here at Sycamore for providing the space and the love to do it. So thank you all, and thanks for allowing me to be here.
All right, there's a couple other people we want to have up here as well. Honeybun, come on up here. Liz and Sarge and Kalia, come on up here. Chris, I think I see you back there, Studio Intrigue. Come on up here. This is part of your imagination. And Julian and Chris, come on up here from RC. There's the blood, sweat, and tears, and probably some some skin, literal skin in the game. We are so grateful that you all are here with us today.
Okay, so we will, hi everybody, I'm Marcy Zepka from the Lansing Regional Chamber. We're gonna go ahead and take some pictures pre-cutting. So if everybody's ready. Okay, now if you guys can help me, we'll count back from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Very exciting. Very exciting. I didn't know as much about your program. So that's really exciting.
All right, so now we've been making you wait the whole time, and the building is open. There's coffee, there's treats from Honey Bun, there's tea from Sweet Lee's Teas, there's music, there's a photo booth. Go on upstairs. Let's party.